Welcome back, guys, to Taqwa Ministries podcast. I'm Charles Mosley, and I got Cam King here with me today, as usual. And I'm gonna pass it to him. He's gonna start it out.
What's good, Charles?
Hey, man. Good morning, man.
Morning, sir. Good to be here once again for another episode of Taqwa Ministries, the podcast with yourself, Charles Mosley, and me, Cam King. Let's get started. Get right into it today, Charles. We wanted to kind of discuss today the criteria for one's life, for anyone's life, according to the Spirit, according to God, is generally the gist of the conversation today. So I'll let you kind of start us out and fill us in on some key points that you've come across. You said you've been doing some studying on the criteria of life for everyone according to God. So why don't you go ahead and speak on it, and then I'm going to throw my questions in as we always do.
Okay. Well, when God created this whole order, when he created man, when he got to mankind was a vicegerent, meaning a helper. And he has a standard. He had a standard, which is a criteria. He had a standard to live by. And in that standard, he didn't let certain stuff, he didn't let go by. He blocked it off because it was that standard. So I want to read out of Quran. It's Surah 25, ayat 1 through 3. And it reads, "In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Blessed is he who sent down the criteria to his servant, that it may be a admonishment to all creatures." See that? To all creatures. Not just no certain. He said all creatures. I'm talking about the snakes, the bugs. I'm talking about all creatures. This criteria is set. He to whom belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, no son has he begotten, nor has he a partner in his dominion. It is he who created all things in order them in due proportions. Yet have they taken besides him gods that can create nothing but of themselves created? That have no control of hurt or good to themselves, nor can they control death, nor life, nor resurrection. Now you see that? God set it down that are you worshiping things that was created by the Creator? So what we gotta understand, like I say, now and before I'm gonna go to this Surah 3, and I wanna read this Surah 3. And then I'm gonna expound on some things. It said Alif Lam Mim, that's the alphabets of the Quran. And these words, only God knows what the meaning is. You can ask any scholar or any imam, he'll tell you. But God, there is no God but he, the living, the self-sufficient, eternal. It is he who sent down to thee, step by step in truth, the book, confirming what went before it, and he sent down the law of Moses in the gospel of Jesus. Before this, as a guide to mankind. And he set down the criteria of judgment between right and wrong. Then those who reject faith in the signs of God will suffer the severest penalty, and God is exalted in might, Lord of retribution. From God, verily, nothing is hidden on earth or in the heavens. He it is who shapes you in the wombs as he pleases. There is no God but he, the exalt, the might, the wise. He it is who has sent down to thee the book. In it are verses basic or fundamental. They are the foundation of the book. Others are not of well-established meaning, but those in whose heart is perversity follow the part therein that is not of well-established meaning, seeking discourse and searching for its hidden meaning. But no one knows its true meaning except God. And those who are firmly grounded in knowledge say, we believe in the book. The whole of it is from our Lord. And none will grasp the message except the man of understanding.
Before you go further, Charles, let me throw in a couple of questions. And I want you to hold your thought. I think it's important that people understand that you can kind of come at it from two perspectives. You're reading from the Quran because you are now Muslim. You're a brother of Islam. You grew up, like most of us, myself included, Christian, Baptist.
I was a Baptist.
Baptist, Christian, okay.
Yes, sir.
And so you have a unique perspective in that you can come at it from two different sides of it, right? From the Christian perspective and now from an Islamic perspective.
Yes, sir.
I just want to, before you carry on with and make your point, I think it's important for the people who are watching. We like you're saying, I'm about to go into talking about standards and criteria. I think there should be like a level playing ground or a foundation where we can all start from. My question is, having grown up Christian and now under the Islamic religion, what is the difference in between the Bible and the Quran, and are we talking about the same God?
Yes, we talk about the same God. Well, that's why when I read before in Surah 3, Ayah 3, it says concerning, it says, it is he who sent down the books step by step in truth. The book confirming what went before it, and he sent down the law of Moses and the gospel of Jesus. It's in the Quran. So all them books was from God. But they've been distorted. They've been changed, and they took 6 books out. And then if you read in history, you go and read and study, it's going to show you that the different countries and the kings or whatever in them times, they went and got books and then they returned them. So we got to understand that this Quran is coming and bringing it all together and showing us that, hey man, this is what was not told to you guys.
So real quick, and I'm gonna let you go ahead with your point. I had a conversation with someone who is a Christian, and I had to bring up the fact that I felt like the difference between Christianity and Islam is that Muslims, by way of the Quran, have more information than Christians. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. And that's why I recommend Christians, Jews, Catholics, Buddhists, whoever, to get this book. This book is for mankind, not just Muslim. God is the God of everybody, mankind. He's not just the God of Muslims or the Christians. He's the God of mankind. So we have to understand that when God set a criteria down or set a standard, it's for everybody. See how he said, when I read before, he said all creatures. I'm talking about from the little ants to the big giraffes. Everybody got a criteria. It's set. But we as the people, we have a choice. He gave us, we the only creatures on this earth that has a choice. They don't have a choice. They clock, whatever they eat, whatever they do, it's their nature. But God gave us the limited free will to do what we want and choose. But he got a standard. We got standards. See, it ain't no standards. They got standards that they clocked in animals, but the human beings had a standard that's way beyond those of them, because we have to train them, we have to do all that. So our standards have to be up. But to your question, man, the Bible is like it's telling us parts of the truth. It's telling us some things, and it's good, genuine stuff, but it's not telling us the full thing.
Would it be fair to say that it's watered down?
It's more than watered down. It's ocean down. It's white. It's gone. And then, I say this again, and I don't want to, I don't want to be like biased or stepping on anybody's toes, and because I love everybody. But I'm just being real today. This is a real thing.
And so, getting back to your point about having a standard, specifically a criteria for your life by way of God. So where you were about to speak on it, Charles, where is the starting point in establishing or understanding that I need to create this criteria through God for my life? How is that initiated, do you feel?
Well,
is it coming from reading the Bible or reading the Quran?
Right. Well, it comes from submitting your will to God, first of all. You have to go there first. You have to get sincere in your heart, because, I say, man, I was a Baptist. I didn't get anything out of that. I go to church. I read, I listen, I read the word, I listen to it, and I listen to the pastors. And when I leave there, I never had conviction in me. I never had, that. But like I said, I don't know if y'all been following me. Whoever been following me all the way through know that when I was locked up, I had got in trouble. I had got one case in TDC. I never got any more cases or nothing. I had got this one case when I went in solitary confinement. Some came to me and said, you got to find what go with you, or you're going to keep getting what you get. Islam. Submitting your will to God. That's all Islam means. The Muslim is the one who submitted his will to God, and the Islamic is being submissive to God. So that will go with every human being. Being submitted to God. Everybody. Would you say that? Christian, Muslim, Christian, or Baptist, or Catholics, or would y'all say that? That's what we are. Islam means submitting your will to God. And every faith should be submitting their will to God and not man. Like I said in my last podcast, is that we worship man and not God. And that's what we got away from. That's what the mix-up is, Camp King. Okay. Is the mix-up is we're not worshiping God. We're putting a man in it. And I'm not gonna even give my brother. I ain't gonna put my brother in this. I ain't gonna even say his name. I ain't gonna even put him in this. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna even put. I ain't gonna even put my brother like my brother was a good brother. My brother was a solid brother, and he was chose by God to come down here and do some work. And y'all done lied on him. Y'all done try to kill him. Y'all done did everything under the sun, and then y'all done go back and try to say he God. And he told y'all when I left off last week, I showed you that he said worship God only. So that's what the confusion is, Camp King. We're not worshiping God. A lot of us, I can't call a number, but a lot of us, because I don't know what each individual, their faith is, how level of their faith, if they doing it right, I don't know. But seeing society and how society done been transformed, if you can look out, you can see if we had majority of people worshiping God like they supposed to be worshiping, then we'll have a better society because we had that criteria. You got Christians, I done said they had Christians tell me, hey man, I go to church and I go to church and I ask God for my sin, forgive my sin and everything. And I go right back and do the same stuff. And people done told me. We do the same stuff, we go repent, and we do this over and over and over and over. That ain't how God works. God work when you sincere. That's why a lot of y'all got some good jobs. Y'all might got money. That's why y'all can't get out that level that y'all on, because you ain't calling on God. You calling on man. And he having mercy on you because he gonna feed you. He gonna clothe you. He gonna make sure you all right. He gonna make you homeless. Them homeless people, you ain't seen them homeless people walking around naked. They have some clothes on. It might be dirty, but they got some clothes on. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is that if we get our criteria, get our standards up, set our standards up there, I'm going to be like this. Whatever it is. Whatever standard that you want to live by. But live by God's standards. And then, man, I'm telling you, man, like where I'm at right now, I have never felt this way in my life. Where I'm at today, I'm at peace with myself. I love myself. I don't put stuff in my body that's going to harm it like I used to. Now I'm more conscious about it because my standards is up. I got standards. And if we set our standards according to God, we won't put all these stuff in our system. And I'm going to read this to you can go to your next question.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to let y'all know this. We doing stuff that we don't even know. Because it ain't in the Bible. Look here. Look at this, ain't in them. This the truth. It's coming from God. Look here. Oh, you who believe. He's talking to all of whoever believe in God. Christian, Muslim, Catholic, Buddhist, intoxicants, and gambling, dedication of stones and divination by arrows are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. And choose such abomination that you may prosper. Look at that. Satan's plan is but to incite enmity and hatred between you with intoxicant and gambling and hinder you from the remembrance of God and from prayer. He asked you a question. Will ye not then abstain? Would you not stop? And look at this gambling. Everywhere on earth, you got a lot of tickets on every corner. But we thinking it's cool. Oh man, I'm going to play the lottery, hit the lottery. That's the devil handiwork. But it ain't in the Bible. It's in this Quran. That's why y'all need to get it. That's his handiwork. Gambling and intoxicant. When you're intoxicated, you ain't thinking about no God at that time. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to forget about him all the time. So he want to keep you in a drunken state. He want to keep you gambling. He want to keep you away from God. Even though you go in there and mix it. See what I'm telling y'all mix it up. Y'all mix gambling, y'all mix the intoxicant. You go down to the casino, you can get free drinks. You can go through there and drink all day long. Get drunk as a skunk. And gamble. Both of them together. And we don't even know that we are committing this act and fault at Satan. That's Satan handiwork. But y'all think it's cool because they done made it legal, like the drinking. Like they trying to make the marijuana, which the marijuana is for medical use. You know, we abuse it too. But this drinking is not. This gambling is not. All this stuff that the devil done put down on us, we thinking it's cool. But it's a blasphemy against God, and it lowers your standards. Cause what you do when you get drunk, you ain't in your right mind. You'll say some things that you didn't want to say, and then another thing, you'll get in your car and drive, and if the police stop you, what you gonna do? But if you sober, you got your standards up here, that police stop me, only thing may stop me, I'm speeding. I got all my paperwork. I got my insurance. I'm good. I'm good because my standards is up. So when he stop me, he ain't gonna smell no liquor on my breath. Cause I don't drink. I don't smoke. So all that, he don't smell no smoke in my car. He don't smell no cigarettes or nothing. Because my standards is up here, you guys. Not on the level of this society. So that's why I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Get y'all standards up, y'all. Y'all standards ain't up to God's standards. The Christians, some of the Muslims. I was once like that. Now I got it's going up and up. My standard is going up. According to God's, his plan, and his will.
No pork. Is that a standard?
Yep, and it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's in Leviticus 11:7. We can go read it. I should have brought my Bible. I can go to Leviticus 11:7 and read it. Let's go. It ain't just for the Muslim. It's for mankind. Check it out. Let me go find it.
And so while you're looking for that, I'm also going to ask you some questions
11.
about.
7. Here you go, right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Leviticus 11:7, you guys, states that the pig is unclean for consumption because it has a divided hoof but does not chew the cud. This verse is part of a larger section of Leviticus 11 that these dietary laws significant with animals are considered clean and unclean. So it goes down on this. Let me read it. Let me read the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
It say in the swine, it's another part of it. It say in the swine, though it divides the hoof and be close-footed, yet he choose not the cud, he is unclean to you. It said, of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcasses you shall not touch. They are unclean to you. You see that? We ain't supposed to touch it. We ain't supposed to even do nothing to it. There's another Satan hand at work. That's another thing that's the standard. It ain't for no just cause a Muslim. No, man. Jesus, Moses left this criteria. Then Jesus left a criteria. Every messenger that have been on this earth have left a criteria that his God standards. Every one of them. So the pork, we're not supposed to be eating it. Period.
So once we establish the standard, Charles, in our life and start walking a different route, what can we expect to happen in our lives?
Oh, man, it's a dramatically change, man. Hey, man, I'm a business owner, man. I've been in my business 10 years, almost 11 years. It's been about 11, but I started out of my house for about a year, and then I'm on my own business, man. I didn't never thought I'd be owning my own business, man. My life has done changed dramatically. People see me today, they be like, "Wow, man, you don't grow, man. You're successful in this, and that's from being my standards is high, and that's for me following God's standards, this creed, and not society. I'm in line with what God has for me, so that's why I'm getting what I'm getting. And everybody used to always ask me, man, why you get all this? Why you be getting all this stuff? Because I was aligning myself up with God's standards, his criteria. It's gonna take some time, you guys. It didn't happen overnight. For me, it didn't happen overnight. I've been in and out of prison. But when I got sincere, when I started being sincere, and God know when you're sincere, that's why a lot of y'all prayers ain't answered, because y'all ain't being sincere. Because I know many of the times I done got drunk and throw it up and all this and say, God, please, God, just don't let me make it through this night, Lord. Please, Lord, I ain't gonna drink no more. And 2 weeks later, I'm drinking because I ain't sincere. I'm still lying to self. I'm not in it to line myself up with his criteria. I'm in it for my own selfish motive. And that's what happens. But when you come into God, when you come to God wholeheartedly, things will start changing. He'll start answering some of your prayers. He don't answer all of them, because you answer all of them, you gonna go crazy. If I get everything I ask for, man, I don't know what I'd be. But he gonna give you the things you need. He gonna give you some of your wants. He ain't gonna never give you all of it. So if you don't pray, you don't, man, keep on praying for this. He might don't want you to have that right now in this life. He might saving it for the hereafter. We don't know. So we just got to keep ourselves in line with God's standards, with his criteria, with his agenda. And if we do that, then we'll be a better society. We'll be a better people. We can love each other better. We can share with each other more. We can do for each other. That's what God wants all us to be like. He wants us to be loving toward us. But we ain't got no loving world. This ain't no loving. You don't got no loving people around. Very seldom you find people that's kind. Here and there. You'll find some people. There's some good ones still out here. But it's very few, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm right. Everybody cutthroat. Everybody trying. And it's mostly us. And I'm just going to say this, look. It's mostly us. It's mostly us, man. I know other race got their little flaws, but man, look, we, like Tupac's son say, when he say, only God can judge us, listen to that song. He said that we killing each other. Y'all know I'm right, we killing each other. You don't blame it on a white man, talking about the white man did. Now stop blaming on him. No, man, white man ain't did nothing, but call you to the water and y'all drinking it. Y'all drinking it up because it's good to y'all. Y'all want to get it and thinking that it's going to make your life better, but it's going to keep you in the rut. And they know it. They know what they're doing. But we falling in it because, why? They give us a little money. But they live. I'm going to get my check on the 15th. I get mine on the 1st, girl. I get mine. The check that the government give you. And you're on a fixed income, and you wonder why everything bad around you. Because your standard is lower. As long as you lower your standard, you're going to get what you get.
We're going to keep this one short and simple today, Charles. So in closing, what would you say to those who are not and haven't been not into the Bible, not into the Quran, not into the spirit so much or spirituality so much? What would you say to those people who might come across this podcast and they're not so up to how to begin manufacturing these things for themselves to transform their lives, as you are saying, because of misinterpretations of the Bible, mistransliterations, misinformation, misleading information. All of that is out there, and so it may obstruct one from getting to these key points that you're trying to make today. So if I am that person who is not so spiritual, haven't been grown up in the church and all of this, but want to change my life and become more spiritual, but can't seem to find that proper starting point due to the misleading information, people hiding the truth, the real information from people. How do I begin to understand what conviction means, and in order to get my life, my situation to a better place to where I'm receptive of those things that you're talking about? What would you say to that person?
Well, first of all, if you believe in God, get on your knees. Only God couldn't transform your life. He said he won't change the condition of the people until they change it with their own self. And it's in, and I'm gonna show you here in Silver 13:11. I'm gonna share this with you guys, and this for the people that maybe wanna 13 say, for each such person there are angels in succession before and behind him. They guard him by command of God. Verily, never will God change the condition of the people until they change what is within themselves. So if you're going through some things, you guys, if anyone is experiencing like this void in their life, first thing if you believe in God, get on your knees and pray. Cry out to God sincerely. And from then, whatever you ask him for it. And whatever you want, get up off your knees and put whatever you was wanting in action and line yourself up with that. And I guarantee you'll get what you get. So we're gonna close today. Like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week with more content. God bless.